My client Anna has short Bitten nails. Last time we did extensions with French style nails. She came back after 5 weeks and we did fill. Also, I'm going to try my new e-file by Luraco Pro 30K coming up. Hello guys, Anastasia here, and I'm super excited to unpack Luraco 30K. I have a handwritten note from Luraco and oh my god, this is so cute. Thank you guys so much. Here we have a cord. Let's take a look at the handpiece. It's made of aluminum and stainless steel. I also have a plastic holder, which I'm definitely going to use, and this is the control box itself. It comes in 4 different colors: white, silver, purple, and red. As you can see, I picked purple because I really like this color and I thought it's going to look kind of cool. Let's take off this plastic seal. It feels so good. The control box is acetone resistant as well, so I'm putting it in the box, setting it all up, and I'm ready to try it. The battery life is up to 10 hours. Here we have the control speed. The max speed is 30,000 rotations per minute. And we also have a switch to forward and reverse mode right here. Let's try it. I will be using carbide bead with blue abrasive mark. And I have a nail that's been on me, I believe, 2 months or maybe even more. This is polygel nail. It used to be polygel nail, but then I did couple fills with hard gel, so this is kind of like a mix. What can I say? It files off perfectly. Honestly, I was always a bit skeptical about portable drills because they're so small. I just couldn't believe it can be that powerful. But as you can see, it is. Take a look at the thickness of the product. It didn't stop. It's not vibrating too much. So it definitely passed this test. Then I take off the remaining product from my nail. This is how it looks like. Let's see how it's going to work with acrylic nails. This is the set I did for my client Anna. She has short Bitten nails. Now we have beautiful French style nails. After 5 weeks she came back, and guess what? They still look perfect. They're a little bit outgrown, but we can still see these beautiful French style nails. Only in my dreams though. Well, I mean, this was the actual nail after 5 weeks, but this is how the rest of them look like. They all are broken. For some reason, that one nail survived all this time. I can't say it was a surprise for me because it's been 5 weeks, which is definitely a lot. The nails were pretty long for her nail beds. But here's the good news. These white spots that you can see, first I thought that this is the product lifting, but this is actually acrylic because I used white acrylic as the base. Anyways, we need to take off the remaining product now, so I take carbide bead with green abrasive mark and start filing off the product. At least we have one nail that has entire acrylic on it. And it works pretty well too. I'm using almost the max speed currently. It's about 27-28,000 rotations per minute. When I turned on the drill and started working, Anna immediately noticed and said that, wow, the noise is so low. And I have to say, I totally agree with her. It's really super low, it's not too noisy, the handpiece is not vibrating, so it's definitely super comfortable to work with. And it's definitely suitable to work with extensions and product removal, whether it is polygel, hard gel, or acrylic. Next step is pushing back the cuticles with a pusher. This pinky is so tiny, but some nails that were covered with the product are already longer, which is great. I mean, it's so unusual to see Anna's nails that are not as short anymore. For example, this one, ring finger. It looks great, don't you think? And we have a free edge on it, which in my opinion is pretty impressive because her nails used to be super short and Bitten. If you would like to see how her nails look like a few months ago, I will leave the links in the description box to our previous extensions. Then I switched to Safety Bit, it's also called OniClean, and we're starting with Dry Manicure. Even though her nails and cuticles may look a little bit complicated to work with, I have to say it's so much easier now compared to what we had like a few months ago. They're so easy to push back now. The goal of this step is push the cuticles up so it will be easier to trim them. The speed is around 17,000 rotations per minute. Next bit that I'm going to use is Diamond Flame Bit with red abrasive mark, which means medium fine. I'm setting the speed slightly slower, now it's about 14,000 rotations per minute. This time I'm going to push back the cuticles even more and also clean the sidewalls. I'm using forward mode when working with the left side and left sidewalls, and then I switch to the reverse mode when I'm going to work with the right side of the cuticle and right sidewalls. Then we need to prep the nails for extensions. As you can see, it's not really a fill because almost all nails were broken, so we're definitely starting over. And I cannot believe it, I'm actually filing and shaping her nails. I'm filing the free edge. Usually there was no free edge to work with, so that's kind of cool. If Anna will continue taking care of her nails and doing fills or extensions, I'm pretty sure that her nail beds are going to grow longer and her nails are going to change. I'm taking off the surface shine with 180 grit, and I'm doing this before trimming the cuticles, so I'm not going to hurt them. On her other hand, she has another nail that impressed me so much. Take a look at this. She not only has free edge, it's pretty long. That's awesome because once you have at least a little bit of the free edge and once you stop biting nails, the nail bed will start growing longer. I know it from my experience because even though I didn't bite my nails, my nail beds used to be pretty short about 16 to 18 years ago. But I never filed them super short and I was always having extensions. So they were always covered with the product and the hyponychium started to grow, and now my nail beds are much longer. And this is going to happen to Anna too, if we will keep working. Then I trimmed the cuticles using scissors. This time, out of 10 nails, only one cuticle was cut and damaged. Before I started working with it. All the rest of them are really good and healthy, and that's awesome. By the way, Anna uses oil on a daily basis. This is how the nails look like after dry manicure and cuticle care. This is another hand. Let's do extensions. I'm going to use dehydrator, apply it on the nail, and then acid primer, since we're going to work with acrylic. When applying acid primer, make sure it dries, and then we can do the application. Her pinky is still super tiny. Take a look at the size of the brush and even on the size of my finger and her finger compared to mine. It's just super tiny, but it's not a problem since it's going to look completely different within a couple minutes. I apply the product on her nail and start doing extensions. On my latest video with Anna, there were few comments regarding product application and touching the skin. Here's the thing. I already worked with Anna and we know that she doesn't have any allergic reactions to acrylic. Another tip is that her skin down there is not damaged, so it's definitely something you should not do if a client has cut or sore skin. If the skin is healthy, most of the times it's okay. Another issue is that I do not really apply product on the skin. I apply it on the nail, and once it starts to set, I extend the tip of the nail. So yes, the product is touching the skin a little bit, but not the wet product, if you know what I mean. Then I noticed that the nail is not long enough, and also her favorite shape is square. So we're going to build a square shape. That's why I'm adding corners on the nail, so it will look more like square. The color I'm using is called Perfect Nude by Valentino. After building the free edge, I'm taking another bead, place it near the cuticle, and do the cuticle work. The product should not touch the cuticles or the sidewalls. Looks like I didn't take enough, which is not a problem since I'm going to use another tiny bead. Apply it closer to the cuticle this time and to the sidewalls. Are you ready for the magic trick? Before the product sets, I slightly pinch it, and this is what we have. Nails, they do not look wide anymore. This is what we have after product application. I haven't touched anything with a file yet. This is another hand. And it is time to file and shape them. Last time we did French style nails and they were slightly longer, which was definitely a bad idea. As you can see, they broke pretty fast. If you haven't watched my videos before, Anna works as a chef at a restaurant. She had a new boss that didn't allow to do any extensions other than French style nails. That's why we did that. But now he was transferred to another restaurant, lucky for her. So now she has another boss, which is very friendly and understanding, and he doesn't care about that as long as nails are not extremely long. That's why today we will be doing this medium length square shape and a little bit of nail art. Meanwhile, I'm filing the cuticle area with carbide bead with green abrasive mark, because with such deep sidewalls and cuticles, it's so much easier to do it with the e-file. I could do it with a hand file as well, but this way I am not going to touch the surrounding skin and the cuticles. I am definitely happy with the quality of Luraco Pro 30K e-file. Am I going to use it in my everyday work? Yes, definitely. Also, I do some hands-on workshops. Sometimes I work in a different studio, sometimes I do video shoots, and I'm definitely going to use it for that because it's so lightweight, it will not be a problem to bring it with me. And also the battery. Then I'm going to buff the cuticles. I'm using diamond bead with red abrasive mark. The speed is really low now, around 12,000 rotations per minute. I'm buffing the cuticles and some remaining dry skin around the nail and along the sidewalls. This step is very important when you're working with Bitten nails because I'm going to buff all the dry skin so it's not going to turn into hangnails after 2 weeks. At this point we can wash the hands, and this is what we have now. Can you believe that these are the nails of the former nail biter? I think they look beautiful. And luckily, since we do not have any limits to Anna's nails anymore, let's do a little bit of design. I'm using white gel paint, and we decided to do this crazy moon style nail art. I believe it is called dry brush technique. I just draw a little white line near her moons, and then I simply do these lines that look like a grass. And then we cure it in LED for 30 seconds. Then we decided to add some bright colors. On one hand, we decided to go with neon yellow and neon pink, And on another hand, I will be using this magenta gel paint together with mint. Magenta and mint, I created these colors by myself. I simply mixed them out of another colors of gel paints, so sorry guys, I cannot give you the numbers. Whenever you add neon, mint, or any bright color on top of the white, it looks so much brighter. Then we cure it, and last step is sealing with a top coat, which is definitely going to look great with a glossy top coat. Cure in LED and we're done. Let me know guys, what do you think about this transformation? I will leave the links down below to the Luraco e-file that I used. Thank you so much for watching. If you are first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials and nail transformations just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye!